Good morning, boys and girls. Today and this week, we're going to continue talking about pets. This time around, we're going to talk about where do these pets live, and we're talking about what they really need to live in that place, and what do they eat. So we're going to start by talking about a pet that not everybody has one, but it's very interesting to have, and it's called rabbits or bunnies. The story is borrowing bunnies. It's a lady who decides to take care of these bunnies that they find in the wild that were abandoned or somebody left them somewhere in the garbage, and they decide to take care of them and teach them how to love, how to be pet, and how to be happy with their environment. So there's a few animal characters, so please pay attention to what she is going to say in the story. So this book is written by Cynthia Lord, Borrowing Bunnies, because then they're going to be adopted. That's why they're borrowed. Here we go. I brought home a little gray bunny named Benjamin and a chocolate brown bunny named Peggotty. I gave each one a pen, food, water, hay, toys, a litter box, and a rabbit-sized wooden house. This is the rabbit-sized wooden house. Peggotty had a drink of water and rest, but Benjamin was eager to explore and meet my own two bunnies, Blueberry and Muffin. He wanted all the bunnies to pay attention to him, and if they didn't, he stomped his foot. See? Since Benjamin was a boy and Peggotty was a girl, they couldn't live in the same pen, but they liked to visit each other and touch noses. Every day, if you can see it, every day I stroke Benjamin and Peggotty to show them that people can be kind. I taught them to use litter boxes to keep their pens clean. They discovered new treats like bananas. When a bunny is happy, it leaps into the air and twists. That's called a binky. The first time I saw Benjamin and Peggotty binky, I grinned. They were doing so well. They had learned to live in a home and to trust people. I could see they were happy. I thought they would soon be ready to be adopted. That's when I got a big surprise. One morning, I noticed that Peggotty had filled her little house with fur and fleece from the bottom of her pen. When I lifted the house to look inside, the fur wiggled. So what do you think is inside? What's inside Peggotty's pen? What is she hiding? We had 4 baby bunnies. They looked like miniature hippos. You know, they have no hair. That's why. The name Peggotty comes from a book by Charles Dickens. So we named the babies for Dickens characters too. Fezzy was the dark brown baby. The light colored one was Dodger. Pip was reddish brown. And the littlest baby was Tiny Tim. I checked on them as Peggotty hopped around the room. I gave her some carrot tops and told her she was a good mama. Every day Dodger and Fezzy changed. As they turned their fur grew, they stopped looking like little baby hippos. Instead, they looked like tiny bunnies. Isn't that cute? Bunnies are so cute. Oh, look at them right here. But Pip and Tiny Tim were not born well and strong. We helped them nurse before Dodger and Fezzy to be sure they got enough to eat. We tucked them between their strong siblings to keep them warm. We asked the rescue and the veterinarian for help and tried everything they suggested. But Tiny Tim lived only a few days and Pip died soon later. My heart was broken. For a while after Pip and Tiny Tim died, I felt both happy and sad. Whenever Dodger or Fezzy did something new, I was happy that Dodger and Fezzy were healthy, curious baby bunnies. But I was sad that Pip and Tiny Tim hadn't had the chance to grow up too. It happens. Fezzy and Dodger learned to eat hay, drink water, sniff, climb, and hop. They played with toys and a tunnel. They even liked to cuddle with two stuffed animal bunnies. We named those toy bunnies Pip and Tiny Tim. Whir, whir, ding dong. Dodger and Fezzy heard interesting sounds at our house. The doorbell, the television, music, and the vacuum cleaner. They explored new places. They visited Benjamin and touched noses. Tweet, tweet. The first time I took Fezzy and Dodger outdoors, a breeze was blowing. They felt earth and grass under their paws. They heard cars going by, our neighborhood hammering, a dog barking, and birds singing. During each new experience, Fezzy and Dodger were shy at first, then brave. It happens to some of you. Fezzy and Dodger kept growing and growing and growing. I touched and held each of the bunnies every day. I also invited others to hold them so they wouldn't be afraid of new people. And that's very important if you want them to be adopted. After being fostered in our home for 8 weeks, Fezzy, Dodger, Peggotty, and Benjamin were ready to be adopted. They had all learned how to live in a home and be good pets. For a long time, Peggotty would hop over and rub her chin on my foot whenever she was out of her pen. That's a bunny's way to say, "You belong to me." Then, if I reached for her, she would dart away. But now, after she rubbed her chin on me, she'd put her head down for me to pet, asking me to love her back. I had some mixed up feelings, as you always do, when getting ready to say goodbye. These bunnies had changed my life as much as I changed theirs. And that's the sad part of being the foster parents of pets or borrowing. Fezzy was the first one to be adopted. She went home with a wonderful family. I sent her with a bag full of familiar toys and things that smelled like her bunny family, including one of her stuffed animal bunnies. That's important. Then Dodger and Peggotty were adopted together by a family with 2 daughters. That I felt that that left Benjamin as I thought about finding a home for him. I got another surprise. I realized that Benjamin already had a home. So what's going to happen? With us. Welcome home. My family adopted Benjamin, and now he's ours for keeps. Amazing, right? The end. Some of the things that the story does not tell you is that they eat Timothy hay. Timothy hay is a kind of hay that's only rabbits eat, and they need that. Another thing that you didn't know is that they don't only eat carrots, they eat bananas. The other thing that they need is a place called a pen, but they also need a house, okay? And that's where they live. They do need toys, because they do play. They need a tunnel. You know, those things are very important for bunnies. So if you're thinking of one, this is something that you might want to think of, but it's a lot of responsibility to take care of a bunny. I had one, and it was a lot of work, and you have to clean every day that pen, and you have to make sure that they have everything they need. So this is something that if you cannot do a lot, this is not the pet for you. But if you are the one who loves and takes care of this pet, this might be a good investment for you to have this kind of pet in the house. Well, the next video is about math, and we're going to try to fit in what we couldn't fit in here about writing on the sky letter formation board. Have a great day. Bye.